Hello guys, my name is Aaron Kell here in MOSAX New World Empire. I'll be your vocal coach for today. Feel the music. Okay, today we're going to be discussing this major question that keeps coming from singers. I have problem with my voice. If I sing, my voice gets cracked and all those stuff. Why do voice get cracked? 10 reasons why your voice get cracked, so that you take note of these reasons and sit up and just you get to work on the aspect that you have to work on and improve on the aspect that you need to improve on.
Here in New World is all about music. Pentatonic scales, more like the major scales. You just have to remove the fire and see we go. So I know. MOSAX New World Empire.
So the first things I will say is that lack of control can damage your voice, can hurt your voice. Like when I'm talking about lack of control, like belting. When belting, like a singer, you want to belt. Okay, if you don't have proper control or understanding on how to do belting, you can just lose your voice on stage. When on stage, like can just hurt your voice like that. So you have to have proper control, like total control on your voice when you want to do belting. Okay, now if I say belting, some people will be asking, what is belting? It's more like the place where you want to sound like loud with your chest voice, is most especially from your chest voice. Okay, so belting is from your chest voice. You're not using the head voice, you're not using the falsetto or the whistle part of your vocal registers. You're using the chest voice, which is virtually coming from your diaphragm. Okay, pushing it out. If you don't know how to belt properly, you can lose your voice on stage. The second reason is singing outside your range. When you sing outside your range, believe me, you experience voice crack when singing, or you might damage your voice when singing. Okay, voice range. Okay, we all have our unique voice range. We all have our unique voice range. So you just have to know your own and just remain within that confine. Do not try to overdo it, especially when on stage. When you're on stage, it's not a place where you want to try and, you understand, push your voice beyond limit. Okay, you might want to do that when you're doing your vocal training or exercises back at home. A stage is not where you want to exceed that limit that you know yourself you've never exceed before, but you just want to try it on stage. If you try that, you experience what we call voice crack. Okay, so make sure you sing within your range. There's uniqueness within your range. You might be someone who sing low, like you are Alpha and Omega, and somebody saying, you are Alpha and Omega. Believe me, there are uniqueness in our field, in our range. Okay, then we have cold water. Cold water can damage your voice. Okay, cold water can affect your voice. Okay, as a singer, you don't want to be a friend with cold water. We know sometimes the weather gets hot and you just want something cold to calm you and feel cool. Okay, but as a singer, you don't want to make cold water your friend. You don't want to be taking it constantly like that, because what cold water do to your vocal cord is it's more like shrinking it. Okay, it shrinks it, and when singing, you want to push, okay, and that just damage your voice. You don't want to be friend with cold water. Okay, you can take cold water. Does that mean you should never take cold water? No, you can take cold water, of course, but when you know you don't have any event, like within few, like you have an event this evening and you're taking cold water today, You can damage your voice by doing that, okay? So the next one is a lack of vocal practice. Lack of vocal practice can affect your voice, okay? Like what I advise singers to always do is that you must always do a proper vocal warm-up before you go up stage to sing, okay? You must always do a proper vocal warm-up before you go up stage to do. Lack of practice can affect your voice, okay? You want to brush it up, you want to warm it up so that it can give you the desired expectation, okay? You want to warm it up, just do some lip trill, whatever works for you on vocal exercises. We have one of our classes on vocal exercises. You can just go and download and just listen to it, okay? All right, another thing I want to discuss is bad sound. Singing on bad sound can, of course, damage your voice, can cause, it's part of the reasons you experience that voice crack, okay? Singing on bad sound, because what you're doing is you're trying to push your voice so that the audience will be able to hear your voice, and the sound is kind of low. So when you are pushing, you are going beyond, okay, beyond your limits, okay. So a bad sound can affect your voice and cause it to crack. Bad sound is very terrible when it comes to voice cracking. It does so much damage to you as a singer. So you don't want to sing with a bad sound, okay? Okay, I get some people asking, is there a particular food a singer should not eat? Is there a particular drink a singer should not drink? Is there a particular thing like that to eat or not to eat? Okay, so I'll just mention some of them that personally I've experienced. They are not good for my voice, okay? Like, all right, I noticed that milk affects my voice, especially when I want to, before performance or before administration, okay? Milk affects my voice. And also observe that oil, especially the Nigerian red oil, affects my voice. Even the groundnut oil, you don't want too much intake of oil before you go up stage. You want your voice to be very, very in good shape, okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't eat food that contains oil, okay? But before administration or before your performance, just try and avoid such food. All right, another factor that causes voice crack that I notice is tension. Tension also causes voice crack, okay? You don't want to be tense. When you're tense, there are a lot of things you're not producing right. Like when singing, you're not producing them right, and this can affect your voice, okay? Tension, you don't want to be tense. You want to be relaxed. You want to be calm. And there are so many things that can cause tension, okay? Like you're not at the venue on time. You're just rushing, and probably you're not well acquainted with your lyrics, okay? These things can cause tension to you. Or you don't know the song that well, okay? All these things causes tension. So you don't want that. You want to be 100% ready. You know the lyrics of the song. You are there on time. You know the song very well. All these things have to be in place so that you can produce the best sound. Also, stress. Stress can crack your voice. Stress can crack your voice, okay? One of the best exercise, especially vocal warm-up, you can give to yourself is sleep. You want to sleep, and you want to have a good sleep before a show or before a thing. You want to relax, okay? So stress can cause you to produce so many sounds that you don't want to produce. And also vocal stress. Vocal stress. I just spoke about stress. Normal stress from work, from chores, from you get just normal stress. But this particular one is on vocal stress. You don't want to stress your vocal, okay? Sometimes if you overstress your vocals, of course it should pack up, of course, but you want to relax your vocals, okay? And one of the things that causes vocal stress is too much of talk, okay? As a singer, you don't want to be a talkative, okay? You want to reserve your voice, because this is your instrument. Your voice is your instrument. It has to be ready at all time. So you have to reduce, especially before ministration, reduce your conversation to a minimal level. You don't want to just keep talking, and before you know it, you will lose your voice, okay? So avoid that, okay? And if you notice you've been having ministration like back to back within the week, you just want to find time to just relax, okay? Just after the ministration, make sure you take, just go and relax. Take something that will help your voice to get better. You don't want to stress your voice. Okay, and also what I would advise for a singer to always do is that you must make water, especially room temperature water, normal room temperature water, your friend, because you need your voice to be always moisturized, okay? Normal room temperature water. Take water as much as you can. Always take water, okay? After singing, drink water. Even when you're not singing, just drink water, because you always want your voice to be moisturized, okay? One of the particular reasons that causes voice crack is dehydration of the voice. And you are trying to sing, you're well knowing that you are dehydrated. It will cause your voice to be cracked, of course. So if you follow these tips I just gave you, believe me, you will not experience what we call voice crack. You don't want it as a singer, especially singers that you know that your voice is one of your resources or one of your major sources of income, or that's what you do for a living, okay? Singing is what you do for a living. You will want to treat your voice as a gold. You want to take care of it, okay? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification button for more of our videos. Thank you for watching. This is your vocal coach, Aaron Kell.